prohibited in England to celebrate Christmas because they saw Christmas as being a pagan holiday. We hear about the name of St. Nicholas. According to some historical reports, St. Nicholas was a Christian bishop who lived in the 4th century. He used to spend his time in prayer and fasting, and he loved children, and he spent his time dealing with children. There's another concept, which is even deeper than that, and that is
Contestants are requested to rename themselves as contestants dash name. Uh,
Hello, is anybody there?
What? कुछ नहीं I came home एक घंटे बाद बॉस को साइड की तुम ऑनलाइन सूट पर आओ ये वो हाँ मैंने काम किया
all the contestants are requested to rename themselves as contestants dash name. Toastmaster Najam, you want me to sing a song for you?
Yes, please. So I can test my speakers, and we can all do that, in fact.
You are responding since, so that means that your speakers are working. So there's no need to sing a song. Once again, I requested all the contestants to please rename themselves as contestants dash your name. Can all the contestants turn on their videos and mark their attendance, please? And say I'm present. All the contestants are looking so handsome today, so well suited. I'm sure you will get some rishtas in today's meeting. Toastmaster Fazan, now the host rights, meeting rights have been, now you are the host. Please fulfill my request.
If you wanna make your voice heard, if you wanna achieve what you deserve, if you wanna make a mark in this world, Toastmasters will get you there. All you gotta do is dream and dare. Toastmasters will get you there. Dig in your heels and persevere. Toastmasters will get you there. Speak and smile like never before. Shake your audience to the core. Take a little, give back even more. Toastmasters will get you there. All you gotta do is dream and dare. Toastmasters will get you there. Dig in your heels and persevere. Toastmasters will get you there. This is a place where leaders are made. You'll travel the world and learn the trade. Your star will never ever fade. And Toastmasters will get you there. You gotta pay forward what we learn. Help and get help at every turn. Together we will never crash and burn. And Toastmasters will get us there. All you gotta do is dream and dare. Toastmasters will get us there. Gotta dig in and persevere. Toastmasters will get us there. Toastmasters will get us there. Toastmasters will get us there. You gotta dig in and persevere. Toastmasters will get us there.
Now the confidence level has been boosted up, so I request our Sergeant at Arms to the meeting. Ali Hassan,
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Yes.
I believe I am loud and audible. Okay, good evening to all the Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and the potential Toastmasters. A very warm welcome to today's competition of Karachi Toastmasters Club. I, Ali Hasnan Babar, formally welcome you all to the International Speech Contest of Karachi Toastmasters Club. And before we formally start the meeting, I would request all of you to put your mics on the mute unless you are asked to speak, so that we don't have any interruptions in the meeting process. And sharing with all of you the Toastmaster mission. This Toastmaster mission is to provide a compassionate and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, which result in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Keeping in view the Toastmaster mission, we will be holding the meeting of today's session. I hope we are all going to enjoy and experience some really eloquent and mesmerizing speeches, one of the best of the kind in today's competition. Moving on to the formal starting ceremony of today's competition. Without any delay, I would like to hand over the charge to the very seasoned and a very dedicated Toastmaster, that is Toastmaster Imran Rana, who will be the contest chair for today's meeting, today's competition. And in your virtual and actual round of applause, please welcome Toastmaster Imran Rana for today's meeting. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ali Hasnan, for such an amazing introduction. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, a very good evening. If I recall, we had our first virtual meeting. If I'm not wrong, it was March 18, 2020. And from that day till today, this pandemic taught us many lessons. The lesson of not giving up, the lesson of adapting the changes, the lesson just a minute. The lesson of continuous hard work. After overcoming all the hurdles with determination and dedication, today we are having our first international speech contest on wires. No doubt, it's really a big achievement. I wish if DTM Salim is between us, the this would be the most happiest man on earth, feeling proud on our club. Just a minute. Yes. Before we move on, I have to tell you an interesting fact about the chief judge of today's contest. He is one who was the contest chair of this contest last year. After that, everything changed. That pandemic forced us to adapt that change. He not only conducted the whole session successfully, but also completed his DTM project. He is a very dedicated Toastmaster, ours Club Shah Rukh Khan, DTM Shah Rukh Shahnawaz. So, so let's begin. As we all know, speech contests are an important part of the Toastmasters educational program. They provide an opportunity for Toastmasters to gain speaking experience, as well as an opportunity for other Toastmasters to learn by observing proficient speakers. And eligibility criteria for this contest is little different to others. Member should be the paid member. The club should also be in good standing. Plus, member has earned certificate of completion in level 1 and level 2 in any pathways, or completed 6 projects from competent communicator manual. Regarding speech subject and preparation, contestants must create their own speeches, and each must be substantially original. 25% or less of the speech may be devoted to quoting, paraphrasing, or referencing another person's content. Any quoted, paraphrased, or referenced content must be identified during the speech presentation. Before all contests, every contestant must certify in writing to the chief judge that the content of their speech is or will be substantially original by using the speaker certification of eligibility and originality. This I have received every contestant's eligibility form. Contestants must, this is an important point, please note it down. Contestant must not reference another contestant. Contestants must not reference another contestant or a speech presented by another contestant from the platform at the same contest in which they are competing. This is very important point. This is just a new adaptation by TMI. So timing of the speech, we have three backup time. We have three timers: Toastmaster Firdaus, Toastmaster Tahasan, and you can see the timer screen as well. All speeches delivered by contestants must conform to the timing guidance for the guidelines for the contest. International contest speech must be from 5 minutes to 7 minutes. A contestant will be disqualified if the speech is less than 4 minutes 30 seconds or more than 7 minutes 30 seconds. Let me repeat it again. If the contestant's speech is less than 4 minutes 30 seconds or more than 7 minutes 30 seconds, he will be disqualified. How timing signals will work, let me request our timer, Toastmaster Firdaus, to explain the timing rule. Toastmaster Firdaus, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Imran Rana. All right. So, Assalamu alaikum, everyone, fellow Toastmasters and our honorable guests. This is Toastmaster Firdaus from Dow's IBHM Toastmaster Club. So, I'll be performing the role of timer in today's international speech contest. And as a timer, you all can see my timing screen as name Timer Firdaus. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes.
All right. So as a role of timer, what I'll be doing is I'll be showing you this green screen when you will reach your speech reach at 5 minutes. Then I'll be showing you this yellow screen when you will reach at 6 minutes. And then I'll be showing you this red screen at 7 minutes. And at this screen, this means you have 30 more seconds to end up your screen, but no signals will be there to stop your screen when the time will up. So you have to end up your screen speech after 30 seconds of red screen. You will be qualified at minimum 4 minutes 30 seconds and maximum 7 minutes 30 seconds. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Firdaus. Let me repeat it again. The minimum qualification is 4 minutes and 30 seconds and maximum qualification is 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Less than 4 minutes 30 seconds and more than 7 minutes 30 seconds is disqualification. One more thing, that for judges as well, if there is a disconnection as per from timer's side, the contestant receives 30 seconds extra overtime before being disqualified. Let me repeat it again. If there is a disconnectivity issue from timer side, this means that the contestant receives 30 seconds extra before being disqualified. Okay, now very important point, how to lodge the protest. Protest and disqualification. Protests are limited to eligibility, originality, and reference to another contestant's speech and must only be lodged by voting judges or contestants. Any protest must be lodged with the chief judge or contest chair prior to the announcement of the winners and alternates. Protest must be lodged prior to the winner's announcement. So the judges will lodge their protest to chief judge and contestants can lodge their protest to contest chair. The chief judge, contest chair, voting judges, and contestants must not consider protest from audience members. Let me repeat it again. The chief judge, contest chair, voting judges, and contestants must not consider protests from audience members. Before a contestant can be disqualified on the basis of originality or for referencing another contestant's speech, the contestant must be given an opportunity to respond to the voting judges. A majority of the voting judges must concur in the decision of disqualify. The contest chair can disqualify a contestant on the basis of eligibility. So as per eligibility, every contestant is qualified. All decisions of the voting judges and disqualifying judges are final. Use of props and electronic devices. Contestants who plan to use props must notify the contest chair prior to the contest. So you all guys have notified me about your props. Contestants must abide by any venue restriction. So this is irrelevant point. All props must be set up during the 1 minute of silence prior to the contestant's speech and removed from the stage in the minute of silence following the speech. One more important thing, that I request everyone to during speech they are requested not send messages through chat. I request everyone during the speech, all the audience, all the participants are requested not to send messages through chat. Contestant may enlist someone to help them with props, but it is not the responsibility of the contest chair or any other contest officials to do so. May I now request our chief judge to briefly go through about judges ballot. So all the contestants must know what judges will look into the winning speech. So DTM Shahrukh Shanawaz, please, could you briefly explain the ballot?
Thank you, contest chair. So the ballot is basically very simple. The 50 marks are going to be about the content of the, excuse me, are going to be the content of our speech, and the 20 for the language, and the rest of the 30 about the general performance. And the judges are going to be marking the first, second, and third position of the speakers, and they are going to communicate it with me. And in the end, I am going to finalize the result along with my team of ballot counters. And then in the end, I am going to submit my result to the contest chair, and he is going to announce the result, that who is the winner, who is the second position and third position, and so forth. In case of, I will also collect the timer's report in case a speaker has disqualified on the basis of timing. That's pretty much it. And in case if someone lodges a protest, then I'm going to, if there is a protest lodged on behalf of any of the judges, so I'm going to report it to the contest chair, and then we can resort to the proceedings of addressing that protest. So back to you, contest chair.
Thank you very much, Chief Judge. So you see, the speech has a proper opening body conclusion, and the message should flow throughout the speech, and your body language is totally aligned with that speech. So if these all things perfectly combine, you will definitely win. With now, I would like to request our co-host Toastmaster Saj Shoaib for online balloting. Toastmaster Saj Shoaib, please remove Toastmaster Mariam Arif's name because she wanted to go first, as she is busy in her exams.
Okay. I just a minute.
Toastmasters Ashwin?
Yeah, it's done. Can I be 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 the co-host, please? So 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 I can,
Show the screen, right?
yeah, so I can show the screen.
Host is requested to please make Toastmasters Ashwin another co-host so that we have the speaking order. Are you the co-host now?
Not really, not yet. BP,
Can the
please,
host
please, yeah, BP, please, please, and please, please. I think he's not, he's not, he's not available, the host of the meeting.
host, please grant my wish. Make
Hello.
Toastmasters Ashwin the co-host.
Hello.
Okay. Why don't I make everyone a co-host?
That would be a wonderful idea.
Yeah. Okay. There you are.
Thank you very much. So everyone. So this is the order which has been just done.
Did I lost? No.
Contestant,
Yes.
I can't see my name.
Come again?
My name is not visible.
Okay.
Toastmaster Latif.
Okay, apologies for that. Yeah, apologies for that.
No. Okay, so now the speaking order has been given. Okay, Toastmaster Navinta Karan requested to go on the 8th position. If the 8th speaker wants to come second, can we replace it?
Shobha.
Okay, so that's more. Let me repeat the speaking order. Our first contestant is Toastmaster Mariam Arif. Toastmaster Mariam Arif. Our second contestant is Toastmaster Ali Ashar Anjum. Toastmaster Ali Ashar Anjum. Our third contestant is Toastmaster Naveed Aslam. Toastmaster Naveed Aslam. Our fourth contestant is Toastmaster Javed Bhatti. Toastmaster Javed Bhatti. Our fifth contestant is Toastmaster Hiba Rais Khan. Toastmaster Hiba Rais Khan. Our sixth contestant, Toastmaster Anam Qadri. Toastmaster Anam Qadri. Our seventh speaker is Toastmaster.
You have to add +1 in this sequence because you announced Mariam Arif as a contestant 1. You have to add +1.
My bad. Our eighth contestant is Toastmaster Khani. Our ninth contestant is Toastmaster Navinta Karan. And last contestant is Toastmaster Ghulam Qadir. Let me go through once again. First contestant, Mariam Arif. Second contestant, Ali Ashar. Third contestant, Naveed Aslam. Fourth contestant, Javed Bhatti. Fifth contestant, Hiba Rais Khan. Sixth contestant, Anam Qadri. Seventh contestant, Karim Meghani. Eighth contestant, Latif Mansoor. Sorry.
So I'm
Let
third.
me repeat it again. First, Mariam Arif. Second, Ali Ashar. Third, Latif Mansoor. Fourth, Naveed Aslam. Fifth, Javed Bhatti. Sixth, Hiba Rais. Seventh, Anam Qadri. Eighth, Karim Meghani. Ninth, Navinta Karan. And last one, Ghulam Qadir. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Saab. You may now stop your screen sharing. Thank you. So now everything has done. Judges ready? Contestants ready? Let's do this. Our first contestant, Mariam Arif. Can we have her on the screen?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are. Could you say something like, I'm Mariam Arif and I can do this?
I am Mariam Arif and I can do this.
That's more like it. Okay, so let's begin. Our first contestant. I request you to pin the timer screen, please. Our first contestant, Mariam Arif.
20th January.
Wait. Can I have your speech title, please? Humanity?
Faith in humanity restored.
Okay. Our first contestant, Mariam Arif. Faith in humanity restored. Faith in humanity restored. Mariam Arif. The stage is yours.
20th January 2010. It was a sunny afternoon. My driver picked me up from school. I remember I was in 6th grade at that time. So I sat in the back seat of the car and my driver started driving. It was a busy day at school and I was tired. So as soon as the car sped, I could feel the cold wind brush against my cheeks. I could see the sunshine glare onto the windscreen and I dozed off. In a split second, everything changed. Bam! The car screeched to a halt. I opened my eyes and saw the cracked windscreen in front of me. I stepped outside of the car and so did my driver. But a lot of people had gathered by then, so as I made my way through the crowd, I saw a middle-aged woman lying unconscious. Her head was injured and it was bleeding heavily. And that is when I realized that lady got hit by my speeding car while she was trying to cross the road. And while everybody was just standing around, not taking any action, a traffic police officer out of nowhere came and yelled, "Somebody pick her up and shift her into this car." So that lady, she was shifted into my car. I also got back in And then that traffic police officer sat at the driving seat of the car. Now my driver, who was standing right next to the car, kept on screaming, "Stop, stop, this is my car. I am the one who's supposed to drive it." But that traffic police officer completely ignored him and started driving the car. This was the point when I had enough. And I burst into tears. Because I didn't know why, but I felt as if all of this was my fault. And I just wanted that lady to live, to survive. When the traffic police officer saw me sobbing, he said, "Kid, don't cry, just pray. Pray for her health." He then gave me his cell phone and said, "Call your parents and tell them to reach Jinnah Hospital immediately." So I dialed my mom's number on his phone. She picked up the phone and said, "Mom," I said, "Mom, there's been a car accident and..." But before I could say anything else, she yelled, "What? When? Where? How?" To which I said, "Mom, I'm okay. A lady got hit by our car, so we're taking her to Jinnah Hospital now." To which my mom said, "Oh, is she all right?" And so I said, "Mom, just please pray for her and come to the hospital as soon as possible." And then I disconnected the call. I could see that the traffic police officer was driving as fast as he could. Whenever any other vehicle used to come into our way, he used to scream, "Move, move, there's an emergency." And this is how we managed to reach the hospital in just about 10 minutes. As soon as we reached the hospital, the staff shifted that lady to the emergency department. The traffic police officer then decided to park the car in the shade of a tree, where another police officer could also be seen sitting on a chair. And after doing so, he told me to wait there while he himself went to the emergency department to look for that lady. So while I was standing in that shade of the tree, 3 women got off an auto, walked towards me, and then one of them said, "That lady, she's our friend. We saw that accident happen. So we're going to go to the ER now to look for her. You should come with us too. After all, it's not safe to stay here all by yourself for so long." And just when I was about to start walking with them, that other police officer, who was still now sitting on the chair, stood up and asked me, "Kid, do you know these ladies? Are these your relatives?" And I firmly said, "No." And this was it. He started shouting on them. He said, "I know what you ladies are here for. You are here to kidnap this poor little girl. I come across people like you on a daily basis. I know your tricks. I know your lies." And this drew a lot of attention from everybody else. A lot of people gathered around them, started shouting on them. Nobody gave them a chance to even say a word. And they were eventually forced to get back into the auto and they left. A few minutes later, the traffic police officer returned and said, "I talked to the doctors. He told me that the lady is in the operation theater now. She sustained a head injury, but thankfully she's out of danger." He then handed me the car key and said, "These are my work cars now, so I really need to get going." And he left. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I honestly always used to think that police officers, especially traffic police officers, are just greedy. All they want to do is take bribes. They're least interested in serving others or doing their jobs. But that day, the traffic police officer's heroic behavior, empathy, and compassion completely changed my mind. And yes, remember those 3 ladies? They weren't lying. They were friends of that injured woman who was a teacher. She was going back home after school, and her colleagues who were on the other side of the road witnessed that accident. So they weren't kidnappers, they were good people with good intention. They followed my car and came to me first, especially to help me out in that situation. And so I can proudly say that that day, no matter how horrible that accident was, no matter how bad that memory is, but that day, that road traffic accident restored my faith in humanity forever. Over to the contest chair.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mariam Arif. We now observe a minute of silence, and I request our second contestant to join the stage. Toastmaster Taha is requested when 1 minute time is over, please announce 1 minute is over.
One minute is over.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Taha. Our second contestant, Toastmaster Ali Ashar Anjum. Toastmaster Ali Ashar, could you, okay. You are visible, and I want you to say, I am Ali Ashar Anjum, and I can do this.
I am Ali Ashar Anjum, and I can do this.
That's more like it. So, our second contestant, Toastmaster Ali Ashar Anjum. Sorry. Ali Ashar Anjum, take your time. Take your time. Ali Ashar Anjum.
Oh my Lord, marry me. I am the child, carry me. Let's go to heaven, towards the sky, say to whole world, bye, bye, bye. Last Valentine, I proposed my girlfriend in a similar way. On an instant, she was rolling on the floor, and on the second instant, she said, "You're kidding." I say, "My dear, I want to marry you." She said, "Stop joking, Ali. I really want to marry you. I need some time, Ali." She said to me, "I need some time." So I say to her, "Okay, dear, take your time." Good evening, Toastmasters, contestants, and judges. Time is precious. Time is everything. Time cannot come back. And it took more effort to create a moment. I created that moment. I made her laugh, expressed my feeling to her, and she said, "I need some time." And I say to her, "Okay, take your time." But deep down in my heart, I was broken and devastated, and I was just remembering all those wonderful memories I had with her. I was broken. And to insult my pain, to insult my injury, I received a text from my boss that, "Ali, I hope you are working on your assignment." I say, "I need some time." He say, okay, take your time, but you have only 2 days. At that moment, the sequence of tragedies in my life, I was just feeling that why I am existing in this world. Whole night I was just seeing the roof of my, seeing the ceiling of my room and doing nothing. I was broken. On the right next instant, my mobile rings, and it was nothing but a Facebook notification, and it describes or tells me that it's birthday of Miss Rabia Arif. Miss Rabia Arif. I watch it again. It's Mr. Rabia Arif. Rabia Arif, this name pushed my mind in 2012. When I was a kid, I studied in Habib Public School, and at that time I used this termer a lot. Miss Rabia used to manage all the proceedings of the assembly and all the events. So I went to her saying, ma'am, I want to perform in any of the event. She said, oh, okay, go for it. I prepared for it, and the day came when I have to perform and deliver a speech or recite a poem of the Fazama Fest. I still remember the morning. I was just so nervous and sweating. And eventually I tell to my mom, ma'am, I'm not well and I don't want to go to school today. She said, okay. But that was a complete failure, because I committed to someone that I am going to perform, and I'm down and doing nothing, and not even went to school that day. Next day I went to her and apologized her for my actions. She said, okay, Ali, it's fine, take your time. And those 3 words, take your time, hurt me. And then within 2 weeks, I prepared for another poem and delivered it in front of the thousands of the students of Habib Public School. And that was not because I had the potential. It is all because of the belief she had in me. This memory brings a smile on my face in the night when I was restless. And this memory made me realize that time is precious. Time makes you realize that who are important in your life and who are not. If someone is saying to you, take your time, it means that they are investing their time. You really matter in their life, and that's why they're saying, take your time. And with all of this, I again, and with all these feelings, I realized that time can heal anything, anyone. Time strengthens the relationship, and time can do anything. And after realizing it, I again sent a voice note to my girlfriend and said to her that, oh my love, marry me, I am the child, carry me, Take your time, don't be hurried. Take your time, don't be hurried. I will wait. Don't worry. Over to you, contest chair.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ali Ashar Anjum. We now observe a minute of silence, and I request Toastmaster Taha Hassan, if 1 minute passes, please announce it.
A minute of silence is over.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Taha. Toastmaster Latif, I request you to please spin the timer screen. That's great. I want you to say, I am Toastmaster Latif and I will do this.
I am Toastmaster Latif and I will do this.
That's more like it. Our next contestant, Latif Mansoor Ali. The grip. The grip, Latif Mansoor Ali. The virtual stage is yours.
How does it feel to play cricket on an uneven square? This question takes me back to my childhood, where I used to love playing cricket at any square. Being from subcontinent, life is cricket. And if we all handle our uneven situations as a batsman faces the bowler, we are about to play the best innings of our life. Contest chair, fellow batsmen, life is cricket, which we are bound to play in different areas. Let me tell you, it is the grip on your bat that allows you to play the shot and seize the moment. The grip is understanding of the situations. Once I was asked to play cricket in a basketball court. The rules were different. We were asked to ground the ball. So I had to adjust my grip. And as the bowler came, I was playing with all confidence. I completed my school with just passing marks. I went to the lowest performing college in my city. Never completed my homework within deadline. Never so courageous to stand for myself. Never so ambitious to achieve. I lack guidance, education, skills. Rejections, ignorance, nothing breaks me down. People used to call me, hey Latif, you are a happy-go-lucky person. Let me tell you, I was going with the flow. Are you the person who goes with the flow? Today, this batsman of yours will share some of his memorable innings, how he adjusted his grip. We all have heard about Santa. And as we grew, we understand Santa is not for real. But Santa Claus does exist. It is our mother. And my mother is a magician. She can read my mind. Before my wishes get words, it's been fulfilled. I was living a blessed life. Yet, at the age of 21, I decided to move Saudi Arabia. I got a job as a sweet baker. In a bakery, I learned how to present beautiful pastries. I still remember once I went with chef to taste how it is. While tasting, he said, "Oh, my blood pressure is high. You know what? I add a sugar instead I add salt instead of sugar. But I still hang on. And trust me, after a few days, my pastries were the best sellers." This did not go long because I got an opportunity to bat in another innings. That was a different playground, and this was a travel agency. I was only hired just because of my good looks. Friends, he taught me how to understand the three-letter codes of airport. So the simplest way what he taught was Doha, D-O-H, Bahrain, B-A-H, San Diego, S-A-N, Boston, B-O-S. What I thought that all the cities' first three letters are the airport code. Once I was by myself. A customer comes in and asks, "Hey, can you book me to Los Angeles?" You guessed it right. I booked for LOS. He was happy with my service. As soon as he saw the ticket, very politely he said, "Why did you book me to Lagos?" He asked me to book for the United States of America, and I booked him to Nigeria. After some time, I faced all these bouncers, but stood fast and faced each and every trouble humble and calm. I learned the art of making business. I grew in this business, and 26 years have been passed. Friends, it is our attitude towards our responses towards our life, not our reactions. We have many difficulties. This year, we all faced a fiery bowler by the name COVID. And this bowler let us play on defensive. It made us learn how to recalculate things, how to save for future. Pandemic was really a difficult time for each and every one. Friends, even a lion, when he wants to attack, he goes 2 steps back, bend a little, and jump. Life will throw questions at you. It will come hard at you. Trust me, just hold on to your grip, reassess, and play your shots. I have been batting since 47 years. I have stood tall, and I am not out. What a chef.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali. We now observe a minute of silence. In the meantime, can we have our next contestant?
A minute of silence is over.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Taha. Okay, our next contestant, Toastmaster Naveed Aslam. And I would like you to say, I am Naveed Aslam. I am a dreamer and I can do this.
I am Naveed Aslam. I am a dreamer and I will do this.
That's more like it. Our next contestant, Naveed Aslam. Dreams. Dreams, Naveed Aslam. The stage is yours.
When I think about the journey of my life so far, I thank to Almighty for being so kind to me that if someone asked me to list down what I wanted in my life, I may not be able to list down everything which Almighty blessed me. Belong from a humble family background, third among the 7 siblings. I was a naughty child, but good in studies. We used to live in a poor neighborhood, but I always had big dreams. And I chased those dreams by waking up early in the morning, going out, do exercise. And you know what was my childhood dream? My childhood dream was to become a fighter pilot. I do exercises, I do stretches, and I specifically learned swimming at that time. But when the time came, I could not make it. Devastated to the core. My purpose of life was lost. Didn't wanted to pursue further studies. Only upon my father started scolding me. Upon the advice of one of my uncle, I submitted my commerce papers. A person who has dreamt sitting in the cockpit, chasing enemy planes, couldn't make a connection with the commerce books. The result was obvious. I became a below average student and barely passed in second division myself. The same uncle who advised me to opt commerce popped up again and advised, why don't I do CA? Honestly speaking, I didn't have any idea what this CA is all about. The only thing I knew that he used to work for the CA Institute. He also helped me land it into a second category firm. The initial days in the firm were horrible, terrible. I thought myself completely misfit in that environment. I saw girls and boys with a mission. They dreamt to be chartered accountants. Whereas I think myself to completely misfit in that environment. I remember one day, one of my partner called me, hey Naveed, do you really want to do that? Don't waste yours and our time. And while I was coming out from his room, I completely forget what he talks to me because I was not interested. While everything was happening back home,
there were new dreams brewing up. Dreams of my mother, dreams of my father, dream for a better tomorrow. And when for the first time I realized that, it started changing my thought. It started making me a different person. When I say it started changing my thought, I become slightly stressed. I didn't want to lose these dreams because I've already lost my childhood dreams. There was an infighting going on inside me wherein I was trying to forget the old dreams and embrace the new ones. But I had to do a lot of catch up in terms of my hard work, lot of catch up in terms of my understanding, and lot of catch up in terms of my concepts. I started working 13 to 14 hours on holidays, on weekends, and 5 to 6 hours on typical work day. And that I have noticed that hard work started paying off. It gives me more confidence. The girls and boys whom I think were from different planet, the difference between me and them started becoming narrower and narrower. The same partner and different managers who think that I'm just wasting my time, they started taking me seriously. And slowly, gradually, I started passing the exams. And a day came, eventually, when I clear my exams. And the dreams of my parents come true. One thing, fellow Toastmasters, that life tells me or teach me is that nothing is impossible. An ounce of action is worth more than tons of theory. And there is no better investment than investing in yourself. Over to you, contest chair.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Naveed Aslam. We will now observe a minute of silence, and I request our next contestant to please jump in.
A minute of silence is over.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Taha. Our next contestant, Toastmaster Javed Bhatti. Toastmaster Javed, please spin the timer screen.
Done.
And I request you to say, I'm Javed Bhatti, I'm a fighter, and I can do this.
I am Javed Bhatti. I am a fighter. And I can do this.
That's more like it. Our next contestant, Javed Bhatti. Let's fight. Let's fight, Javed Bhatti. The stage is yours.
Do you want to fight? Come on.
Something kahora. Still wanna fight? Come on, let's fight then. Life is a war. And you have to fight. Even if you don't like it, or even if you are scared or intimidated by your opponent. We'll get to that later. But if life is a war, there must be two parties involved. You cannot fight a war alone. You cannot step into a boxing ring alone. You have to have opponent. And most of the time, that opponent will be your enemy. Fellow warriors, do you have enemies? Well, if you said yes, you must be very grateful. But if you said no, I feel sorry for you. Because enemies are a blessing. They make your life exciting by challenging you and beating you. They demand you to stay on your feet, always alert and strong. Now, don't get me wrong. It is nice to have someone pat on your back, but it is vital to have that someone who can push you down. I have had my share of enemies in life, and ever since I was a child, I have been fighting. In my school days, I was a skinny boy, and all my other classmates, they used to bully me. There was one tough guy. He was the son of a rich businessman. His father dropped him at school in his brand new car, whereas my father dropped me on his old rusty motorcycle. I was ashamed of that. I was so ashamed that I used to ask my father to drop me half a kilometer away so that no one can notice that my father has an old bike. But one day, that tough boy, he saw me get off my father's bike and he made my life miserable. He would call me Bonnie, girly, but I would just ignore him. He would throw me onto the ground just to show his friends how strong he was. But I would never fight back. But when he made fun of my father's bike, I went up to him and I shouted, "Do you want to fight? Come on, let's fight." I somehow managed to pass that phase of my life. But I was not ready for what was about to come in the next chapter of my life. In my college days, I was a shy, self-centered boy. But I was somewhat better looking amongst all my other friends. At least that's what I thought. My friends, they had crookers and they had round belly, whereas me, I had long hair and I had six-pack abs. In my college, I don't know why, speaking English was considered a sign of being educated. And I was not only speaking English, I was singing heavy metal Metallica songs. And my friends, they used to admire me. I felt special. I felt proud of my distinction. And one day, I was standing, a figure among ciphers among my friends. A girl approached me with a rose in her hand, and she proposed, "Will you be my Valentine?" I was happy. Finally, a girl, come on. I said, "Look, sister, I'm not into girls and roses. I'm into guns and roses." I rejected her, and I felt proud in doing so. After that, my friends even admired me more. But that girl, she never gave up on me. She kept on trying, and we became friends, and we decided to marry each other. Now it was my turn to talk to my parents. I went up to them, and I informed them about my decision to marry this girl, but they resisted. But little did they know, they had a little choice in this. I was their only child. I threatened them with suicide attempts, and they were forced to agree to my decision. I've had an attitude, either it is going to be my way or the highway. Now it was my time to talk to the girl's father. I went up to him and I said, "Sir, I want to marry your daughter because I love her." And before I can finish my sentence, he stopped me right there. He said, "Look, son, I know what is cooking between you and my daughter. I don't want to see you around her anymore. In my family, we don't marry our daughters with outsiders. I would rather kill her than to let her marry a boy like you. Get lost. And he threw me out of the house. And there I was standing in the middle of the street. All I could do is to cry. So I cried. I cried out loud, ah, do you want to fight? Let's fight. That rejection taught me one valuable lesson that day. The toughest battles you're ever going to fight is against yourself. Our real enemies lie within us, not the outsider. My opponent in school was not that boy who used to bully me. It was my own cowardice and my shyness. My problem was not the social status of my father. My problem was my own concern about what would people think of me. My enemy was not that girl's father who rejected me. My enemy was my own big ego. Here in Toastmaster, my challenge is not to beat other fellow contestants. My challenge is to beat my own fear of public speaking. So in life, when you are faced with those enemies that lie inside of you, no matter how strong they are, never get intimidated. Instead, look them deep into the eye. Remember, you are a warrior, and the war is on. It is you versus you. Let's fight. Contest chair.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Javed Bhatti. We are now observing a minute of silence, and I request my next contestant to please jump in.
Am I visible and audible? Fantastic.
Your time will come, Toastmaster Heba. Please wait.
Okay. What's happening here?
A minute of fight, a minute of silence is over.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Taha. Toastmaster Hiba, are you with us?
Yes. Yes.
You are not visible. Could you please step forward, step backward?
Okay. Am I visible enough now?
Could you please turn off the front light? It's reflecting.
Am I better now?
Yes, you are, but you have to take some steps backside so that we can see you.
Okay. Better?
Could you move towards your left?
Better now? No.
Please take some steps backward.
Toastmaster Heba, can you raise the Are you using a laptop?
No, I'm using an LCD monitor.
Okay, can you put it on something to raise its height?
Okay, Toastmaster Hiba, what we can do, we can put you in a breakout room.
Yes.
And we'll move to the next contestant. And in the breakout room, you can adjust your settings.
Okay.
Is it perfectly fine? I request our host or co-host to please put her in breakout room and fix her screen. In the meantime, we can move towards the next contestant. Toastmaster Anam Kadri. Yes. Okay. I request you to please pin the timer screen.
Yes, I have.
Okay, I want you to say, I am Anam Kadri and I can do this.
I am Anam Kadri and I can do this.
That's more like it. Okay. Our next contestant, Anam Kadri. My workable things. My workable things, Anam Kadri. The virtual stage is yours.
Girls in crisp dresses, in blue satin sashes, white boots and dusters, all up for the batches, gossips and chit-chats, lectures and scribble. These were a few of our workable things. Now the phone rings, new task ushers in. Everyone's feeling a joy. I've tried to remember my workable thing, but all is gone. And for long, fellow Toastmasters and guests, being a manager in IT department at my school, plus an IT teacher, I still don't wonder how I'm breathing fine, despite the stress of online management, plus the peer management. There were times when after an hour-long call of the explanatory session, 11 o'clock in the night, when you are so wearied and tired and all you want is to go to bed, you receive this dreaded message, Miss Anam, you have to conduct the entire session in the morning. After all those tedious explanatory sessions, we were finally able to explain everything. A few mock sessions were conducted, the instructions were given out. We were ready to go live for the students. But nature didn't find it appropriate to detach us from the memoirs of the classes going fine before. Day 1. Statically, we did as per the instructions. Camera, microphone turned on. The link to the meeting floated. The students started coming in with their greetings. The first 15 minutes were spent in the assurance, am I audible? Is the screen visible? And when finally the teacher was ready to go live, she went in all smiles and all she could hear was, Ahmed, what are you eating? Miss Jam Toast. And this started a trail of the views of different students as to who ate what in the breakfast. Cherry on the top. My little one came running in, Mama Jam Toast, Mama Jam Toast. It took 15 more minutes of encounter with the little one to leave the room at the moment, ask somebody else to do it for her. And the insistent intervention by the teacher that the students were finally put to mute and the class conducted successfully. However, there were a few messages off and on by the students asking to be admitted in, which the teacher didn't notice until she ended her class and went back to reading those messages. Good were the days when the teacher went silent, the students sensed that there was something wrong somewhere. Now when the teacher goes silent, she must be on mute, carrying on until she realizes and turns her microphone on. Day 2. Based on the past experience, this time we decided that 2 teachers will remain in the class. The one for the surveillance and the other one to conduct the class. But when the students started coming in and the cameras turned on, what we witnessed was enough to dig a hole in the ground and to let us in. The fathers were sleeping in the background, their mouths partially opened and their noises producing a sound. Gone were the days when discipline was the norm of the day. Day 3. This time we humbly asked the parents to dress up their child in a proper school uniform and let them sit in a separate room to avoid any domestic interference. Little did we know that teachers are human too. Just when she opened up her mic to talk to her students, all she could hear was a voice in the background. Mama, I'm done. Please come wash me in the toilet. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, after all those hurdles, those problems, all those errors and those mishandlings, we were finally able to conduct a few online sessions with some zeal and zest that was left inside us. Until some genius people at school decided that the teachers should be called in and should be asked to take the online classes from within the school premises to avoid any domestic interference. But amongst all this, what we learn is that no doubt changes are very hard to adapt. That does not mean that they are not welcomed. In fact, they open up new venues to life. They give true colors to your life. No doubt we faced a lot of problems, but ultimately we found the solution to them. One thing that this pandemic gave us is the gift of self-progress and self-grooming. Life might throw many hurdles on your way, but never give up. Embrace it. Take it as a challenge, because then only you will be en route to ace. Computers turn on, laptop screen flashes, planners implemented, task astonishes, assessments and homeworks, classes fantastic. These are a few of our workable things. When the net parts, when silence darts, things seems to work no more. But then I try to cake in all my workable things, and that makes me feel alive. Over to you, Mr. Contest Chair.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Anam Kadri. We are now observed a minute of silence, and I request our next contestant to please jump in.
A minute of silence is over.
Thank you very much. Can we have Toastmaster Hiba with us?
Yes, I am here. I've moved my position. Is it better now?
Yes, it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
I request you to please turn off the second device. I heard an echo sound. Are you connected with?
Device turned on.
Are you connected with two devices?
No.
Okay, that's more like it. Okay. Toastmaster Hiba, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Please repeat with me. I am Hiba Rais Khan, and I can do this.
I am Hiba Rais Khan, I can do this.
That's more like with more energy and power so that you can.
I am Hiba Rais Khan, I can do this.
That's more like it. So I request you to please spin the timer screen.
Okay, wait. Done.
Our next contestant, Hiba Rais Khan. My love and hate relationship with public speaking. My love and hate relationship with public speaking, Hiba Rais Khan. The stage is yours.
Fellow Toastmasters, guests, contest chair, and judges. I've always had a fear of public speaking. Public speaking has sent jitters down my spine. Public speaking used to bring me nightmares at one point. I remember during my professional studies, before every presentation, I used to have nightmares. Nightmares which consisted of sweaty palms, nervous voice, quavering voice, and also a racing heartbeat, which used to make me run away from presentations. I remember these were some of the aspects which used to make me run away from presentations. But at the end of the day, I used to mug up all the presentations, deliver it in front of the audience. However, my professional studies ended, and even after my professional studies ended, my nervousness never seemed to fade away. That is the point when I decided to join Toastmasters. One fine evening, back in August 2017, I remember I went to Beach Luxury with my mother. At one of the Toastmaster session in the Sunflower Suite, I saw all the speakers. It made me nervous. However, it took me a couple of weeks to come as a speaker in one of the table topic sessions. After a couple of months, I became the member. It took me a couple of months again to deliver my icebreaker. After delivering my icebreaker, that was the point where my journey of battling nerves, my racing heartbeat, my nervousness, and quivering voice started. Over the course of my Toastmaster journey, I have made it a point to enter almost all the competitions. By entering all of these competitions, in some of them I've stumbled, I cried like a baby, but my determination and persistence have always made me overcome my weakness of facing the audience. And eventually I've become and grown as a better speaker. Toastmaster has also given me the lesson of team support, team building. It has also taught me that no matter where we are, whether in different parts of Karachi or outside of Pakistan, we are all connected by one group. It has also taught me that no matter what your performance is in a regular session or even in a competition, by giving positive feedback and criticism, one can improve. No matter how nervous you are in a competition, at the end of the day, you are always given a second chance. Also, by delivering projects one after another, you will eventually improve. I've also realized that Toastmaster has had a positive impact on my life in such a way that it has, from being a nervous speaker to having a quivering voice, being shaky in front of the speakers, and also slapping my hands on my face at one point, I've evolved as a better and thoughtful speaker. I've also realized that by delivering one project after another. The feedback that I've received has made me a better speaker, and also the feedback that I've received has made me a better speaker, and Toastmasters has also made me a better socializer by networking with different people, by meeting different people from all walks of life, and also by listening to important table topics. I've developed myself not only as a speaker, but as an individual who thinks better. In the end, I would like to conclude by saying that Toastmastering public speaking is an art which should be mastered by all people from all walks of life, whether professionals or students. Everyone should know it because it helps in one point or another. I've also realized that no matter what economic background you come from, and the amount of hard work that you put in your speeches, the result will come to you in one way or another. And also by regularly delivering your speeches, you are sure to become a better speaker with by receiving positive feedback. And in the end, I've also realized that by never giving up, I've also become a more determined person, and I realized that I can achieve whatever I want. And a message to my fellow Toastmasters is that never give up in what you do or what you want to become. I have never given up, and I'm still on the way to becoming a better extempore speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Hiba Rizhan. We will now observe a minute of silence, and in the meantime, I request my next contestant to please jump in.
A minute of silence is over.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Taha Hassan. We are now moving to our next contestant. Could we have our next contestant on screen? Are we disconnected? Everyone disconnected or?
You are connected.
We are connected.
No. Yeah.
Check if the speaker is available.
Where is our Madagascarian guy?
He is there. He is there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm audible.
Yes, you are. Okay, just a minute. Toastmaster Kareem, I request you to please pin the timer screen.
Yeah, I did it already.
That's more like it. Okay, I want you to say, I'm from Madagascar. I'm Toastmaster Kareem. I'm from Madagascar, and I will do this.
I am Toastmaster Karim Meghani. I'm from Madagascar, and I'll be doing my speech on courage of a father.
That's more like it. That's more like it. Okay. Our next contestant, Kareem Meghani. Courage of a father. Courage of a father, Kareem Meghani. The stage is yours.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. I open my eyes. I remember the words of my father. Son, I am coming to see you and I'll perform Umrah with you. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and guest. Today I'll be sharing a story of my father and his journey of courage towards Umrah. The story starts in the year 2001 when I was 21-year-old and I was being selected for a hotel pre-opening team in Saudi Arabia, and I was moving to Saudi Arabia for next 2 years. I signed the contract in Karachi in the economic ministry, and I came home and I told my father, Dad, I am moving to Saudi Arabia. Son, you just went for an interview and you signed the contract? You didn't discuss with me. Dad, I told you I'm going for an interview. And I had a look of my father at that time. But he said, it's your journey, carry on. I went to Saudi Arabia. I started my life in Saudi Arabia, in Khobar, Dammam. And it was a great journey. We opened the hotel. Everything was going really well. And the Ramadan month was approaching. The Ramadan month is a peak season in Saudi because all the Hajis, when they come for Umrah, they come to Makkah, Medina. Local people, they went out to other cities and the hotels were full. And we were really excited to welcome a lot of Saudis in our hotel. But suddenly, my father called, said, Dad, everything okay? Yes, son, I just want to tell you that I'm coming to Saudi Arabia to meet you. I said, Dad, when you are coming? He said, no, yeah, I am coming in Ramadan. How this happened? And the dad told me that, you know, I'm working in an electronic market in Sadr, and there are Umrah tickets for a lot of people who are working in Sadr market. So I requested my boss that, you know, why don't you give me this time this opportunity? I said, Dad, but you never traveled in last 30 years. You don't have your passports. How you will do all these things? Son, I will do it, but I am coming to meet you. Then I immediately check about this visa and when he's coming. But Dad, there is another hiccup. You will be in Makkah, Medina. I will be in Dammam. And that visa, you cannot see me. Oh, how you will manage this? I want really looking forward to see you. It's been 9 months. I'm missing you. Dad, let me find out how I can manage this. And I talked to my boss. I said, boss, Ramadan is a peak season. I know I am the reservation officer, but I need 3 days. I need to go for Umrah because my father is coming on the first week of Ramadan. My boss said, 3 days means 3 days. I can give you Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, we have full house here and I need you at the reception. I said, boss, I will follow your instruction. I will be back on Saturday. Okay, first week of Ramadan, it is 2002. My father is coming to Saudi Arabia, and I am going by a bus journey from Dammam to Makkah. That was a privilege. A young guy got the opportunity of Umrah, and my father is coming. That's exciting. And I went there. Wednesday I reached. I did my Umrah, Alhamdulillah. Then my father was supposed to reach on Thursday evening. I said, okay, I will spend one night with him. Okay, Thursday in the morning, I said that I will not able to see Medina, but if I go early morning on Thursday, I can come back on Thursday evening, so I can spend one night with my father. Okay, I went to Medina. I see Medina Sharif. And then I came back in the evening and waiting. I called my mom. Mind you, this is the time where there are no mobiles. We are talking on paid phones. I called my mom. Mom, where is my father? I want to meet him. Son, I didn't told you your father's flight is delayed. I said, Mom, I have only 1 day and a half left. I need to leave afternoon or Friday. Said, I can't control this, beta. This is a flight and you need to wait for your father. Okay, I waited all night. 4:30 in the morning, I listened to this azan, which I recited earlier. And I did another tawaf. I went again to the paid phone. 6:30 in the morning, I called my mom. Where is my father? Beta, just received the call. He's in this hotel. Go there. And I went there. And I seen my father. He was just waiting for me at the reception. He hugged me. I said, Dad, let's be ready. Let's go for the Umrah. And that was, he said, Beta, just I arrived. Give me 5 minutes. I just let to fresh up and let's go. And then we went for the Umrah. Toastmasters, it was an amazing day. You can see this picture. It lived in my heart. Today, I share this story with you because I just want to tell you that we all have parents, and our parents are really courageous, and they did a lot of courageous things in our lives. We just have to remember it. We just have to remember it. Dad, this one for you. Over to you, contest chair.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Karim Meghani. We will now observe a minute of silence, and in the meantime, I request our next contestant to please join in.
A minute of silence is over.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Taha. Can we have our next contestant, Toastmaster Nabinta Karan?
Am I audible?
Just a minute. Yes, you are audible and visible.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to pin the timer screen.
Okay.
I want you to repeat with me. I'm Naventa Karan. I'm the frontline soldier and I will do this.
I am Navinta Karan. I am the frontline soldier and I will do this.
Could you repeat it again with more energy?
I am Navinta Karan. I am the frontline soldier and I'm going to do it.
That's more like it. Okay, our next contestant, Navinta Karan. Life is a miracle. Life is a miracle. Navinta Karan. The stage is yours.
Dear Toastmasters and fellow guests, do you believe in miracles? Have you ever listened about the miracles happen? I do believe. Life is all about ups and downs, happiness and sorrows, of joys, tears of cry, highs and low. What do you do if you feel low, disheartened, or maybe sad? I'll tell you a secret thing what I do. My mom always asks me to close my eyes and think about the things that I am grateful for. And now I would like to request you all to close your eyes for 5 seconds and count the blessings that you are grateful for. Slowly open your eyes and see. Did you just notice the difference that how you have taken life before and after these 5 seconds? It has completely changed my point of view towards life. And I just feel that the way we take the life, the way we want to take our lives to happen is just to feel happy about your life, to be feel blessed that you have lots of things to be grateful for. Albert Einstein said, there are two ways to live this life. One, there is thorough, nothing a miracle. Second, there is thorough. Everything is a miracle. How do you take your life? Do you think that miracles do happen? I believe in the second way. And today, right now, here, I will make you believe that every second your heart beats.
I think we have lost Toastmaster Navinta. Timer, please stop timing.
Please wait. She might come back.
Yes, I know. Timer, please stop timing.
I am here. I am here.
Okay, could you start it from your heartbeats?
Okay. Okay.
Timer. So let's start.
With every time the heart beats, I cannot see it.
Yes, you are audible. Please go.
Okay. With every time your heart beats, there are multiples of veins in your body that are moving. When you're sleeping, when you're dreaming, there are thousands of neurons in your head that are working. So what is this? This itself is a miracle. So be thankful to God that there are lots of things happening at the back which you cannot see, but you can always feel the presence that there is something great. That's something that's running your life, and you should be thankful for it. For an example, just imagine that there are 3 billion people taking part in a competition, in a race. Do you fancy any chances of winning this race? Certainly not. But what if I told you that you have already won this race? I hope you guess it. But if not, then you can take biology classes for sure. Have you ever been in a situation when you feel that all doors are closed and then suddenly being in your knees and praying to God, and then suddenly a ray emerges of light that takes you to the path of the solution? Because praying makes it a lot easier. How, for me, how does a miracle happen is just by praying. We all know a sudden plane crash which happened in May 2020, 22nd May 2020, and PK 8308. All plane has been crashed so badly, but just one passenger, Mr. Muhammad Zubair, survived the plane crash. How? It was a miracle from him. So yes, miracles do happen when you believe that miracles happen. So let me show you a miracle that just happened right now in front of you. By 6 p.m. in the evening, I just called Toastmaster Imran Rana that I am quitting to give speech in this competition because I had wrote nothing in the paper, but then he encouraged me, and right now here in front of you, I just delivered this speech. So live the life you want to live. Dream, dare to dream, and make your dreams come true. Always follow the paths you want to follow. Be scared, nervous, and unsure, but do it anyway. Because why not? This is your life. Why not to go for your dreams in this miraculous world? Why not to leave a lasting mark on this world for your generations to come? In the end, I would like you all to feel thankful, grateful that life has offered you so many beautiful relationships in forms of colors, different colors that add beauty to your life, that give so much meaning to your life. That that is just miracle. Not every child born has parents. Not everyone has sister. Not everyone has brothers. Not everyone has grandparents. But you have. Your parents supported your life. They have given you so much contribution in your life for your career. So be thankful for all the relationships that helps you support you, that helps you climb the stairs of success, because not everybody has these miracles in their lives. So appreciate whatever in your life you have. Furthermore, miracles do happen when you believe in them, yourself, destiny. Keep believing, keep smiling, keep loving, keep sharing, keep enjoying, because life is itself a miracle. Over to the contest here. I hope the
Thank you
timing is
very
done because I didn't pin the timer the next time.
You are on time. No worries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Navinta Karan, for your good gesture. And we now observe a minute of silence. In the meantime, I request my last contestant to join in.
Contest chair, I cannot open my camera.
Because you have been, now you are.
Yeah, I can. So timer Firdaus, I have to pin timer Firdaus.
Yes.
Minute of silence is over.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Taha. Toastmaster Ghulam Kader.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure you have pinned the timer screen.
Yes. Timer
And
Firdaus.
I want you to repeat with me, I'm Ghulam Kader. I'm the last speaker and I will do this.
I'm Ghulam Kader. I'm the last speaker and I will do this.
That's more like it. Contestant number 10.
Sorry.
Ghulam Qadir. This must stop. This must stop. Ghulam Qadir. The stage is yours.
One fine day, a poor and a hungry child at Clifton Boat Base in Karachi was knocking at the window of a parked car. Sabji, Sabji, can you please buy me the food? I'm very hungry. Hush, hush, hush. Sabji, Sabji, I swear, I have not eaten since yesterday. Please buy me a food. Did I tell you to get lost? How dare you touch my window screen? If you do it one more time, I'm gonna slap you. But the poor child was very hungry. He couldn't resist knocking the window of that car again. The man came out of the car in the rage and slapped the child twice. The poor child couldn't do anything. He started crying. And nobody knew over there what has happened to the child. The man, in his tyranny, did not know the child has not eaten since yesterday. The child has lost his father, and his mother lost her job due to COVID-19. She was a maid in one of the bungalows. And there was nothing for them to eat at home. Everybody at Boat Basin was watching this scene. And nobody could do anything. I was also one of them watching this scene. But everybody was afraid of that man because he looked like a feudal. If anybody would intervene, he will shoot that person. So everybody was silent. Nobody intervened. And this is what our society is all about. Another incident which happened at my home, and I could relate to it. I was sitting in my lounge reading the newspaper. It was a Saturday morning. And I saw a little girl wiping the floor. She was 13 or 14 years of age. I quickly dashed to the room and I spoke to my wife. Do you know this comes under child labor? This must stop. And my wife confronted me. She said, do you know that her mother has been divorced by her father? They have been living alone. She has got 4 little siblings at house to feed them, and she's helping her mother to feed those 4 little younger siblings. How can you say this must stop? How are they going to eat if she and her mother do not work? And there was a complete silence in the room. Let me share some statistics with you all. In Pakistan, there are 35% of population under the age of 15 years of age. And they are 68 million. Out of this 68 million, 23 million children are out of school. They're out of school. They do not go to schools. Out of these 23 million, 12.5 million are working, are doing child labor. And out of them, 1.2 million, 1.2 million are on the streets begging for their livelihood. This is not it. Do you know that every day 8 to 10 children are abused in your country? In the last 6 months, 1,500 of them have been abused. If we do not stop this, our country is going to plunge into darkness. These children are our future. So what are we going to do? What is the solution? Yes, the solution is that we need to teach one child. We need to educate one child. And if we educate one child, that child is going to grow up and in return will educate another child. And this chain is going to go along. The children are going to grow up and educate one child. Do you think it's practically possible? Yes, a practical example is standing in front of you. I did my education on the basis of a donor. And today, I also fund one of the child. So this is how we are going to save our future. This is how we are going to make this country a great nation. Pakistan will be a great nation and will be on its feet. And I pray that my country, my nation should prosper and should become the #1 country in the world. Pakistan, Zindabad. Over to you, contest chair.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ghulam Qadir. This was our last contestant. We now observe a minute of silence. And I request Toastmaster Taha, after a minute pass, please let me know.
Dear contest chair, upon your request, I'm letting you know that the minute has passed.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Taha. We now observe 3 to 5 minutes silence. In the meantime, I request all the judges to complete their ballots and hand over to our Chief Judge, DTM Shahrukh Shanawaz. DTM Chief Judge, could we have you on our screen? Could you please turn on your video?
Yes, contest chair, I am here.
Okay, you're audible and visible, and I want you to say, repeat after me. I'm DTM Shahrukh Shanawaz. I'm the Chief Judge, and I will do this.
I am DTM Shahrukh Shanwaz. I am the chief judge and I will do it. I will do this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Imran Rana.
After 5 minutes, okay? Toastmaster Taha, when 5 minutes time passes, let me know.
Honorable Contest Chair, I would like to inform you that 5 minutes have passed. You may proceed.
Thank you very much to Master Taha Hassan. I'm sure all the judges have sent their ballots to our respected chief judge. Okay, now it's time to have a brief interview.
Excuse me. Hello, Mr. Contest Chair.
Yes. Who is this?
Who is fond of interrupting?
This is wrong.
Yes. Think of
What
the devil. Devil is here.
What did you think? There won't be any interruptions today?
We were expecting that actually. We were desperately missing our PP education since the contest was going so smooth and it was not look so cool. So now you are here. Please go ahead.
Okay. So first of all, congratulations to all the contestants because I can see that you delivered one of the best, if not the best speech of your life. And in order to recognize that, we are actually doing something new this time. While the judges compile the results and Toastmaster Imran Rana interviews, we will float a poll to the audience. Think of it as a viewer's choice award. And you can vote for your favorite three speakers, not in any order, just the three speakers that you like the best. So, everyone, I will be floating the poll and take your time to fill out the poll. Contestants, you are free to vote. Judges, for God's sake, abstain. And I'm just kidding. You can easily vote as well. So, I'm just floating the poll right now. And audience, please, everyone, get voting.
Those who are host and co-host, they can send their message privately to our PQD, that is DTM Talha.
Yeah, if you feel like it.
Okay, I want you to repeat after me. I'm DTM Talha and I'm PQD and interruption is my best hobby.
I'm DTM Talha and I'm PQD and interruption is my best hobby. So I'm launching the poll right now. And again, you are not tasked with ranking the speakers. That pressure is not on you. Just vote for the three speakers you like the best. Okay. So here it comes. Can everyone see the poll?
I hope everyone just few seconds.
Yes, we will close the poll in 30 seconds. So anyone who wants to vote, you can vote right now.
Okay, those who are host or co-host, they are requested to send their message privately to DTM Talha.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so time is up.
About to be up, but just to answer a question, yes, contestants are allowed to vote. And you must be used to voting for yourself in all the club meetings as best speaker. This time, see what it feels like to vote for someone else because you have two votes, two opportunities to vote for someone else, since you have to vote for three favorite speakers.
And that speaker will get a trophy too. Those three winners.
Well, that is up to you to arrange because I made no such commitment. So the poll is about to close. I have just gotten like very few votes. So please, everyone, get voting. Okay. I'm closing the poll in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.95, 1.87, 1.732.
Come on, board people.
1.64, 1.51, 1.23, 1.01,
Okay, it's done.
and 1, and it's over. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Talha. Okay, now it's time for short and very brief interview, and let me tell you that I'm not going to conduct that interview because I've done a lot. So for that, I would like to request our very nice and composed speaker, Toastmaster Amir Bilal, to please conduct this Q&A session. Toastmaster Amir, the stage is yours.
Thank you, contest chair. Hello,
Buddy,
everyone.
if you could conduct this interview, why didn't you compete today?
Because I was not completely sure if I would be able to participate or even join meeting. And in fact, in today's commitment for conducting this Q&A session, I excused thrice to TM Imran Rana. Please take up this role
I
if I'm
know,
not available.
brother. I'm just kidding. Go ahead with your interview, okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We,
And I wish
we request our
sorry.
PQ team to please let the interview session.
I wish I would have been part of it, and it was a desire. So, thank you very much, everyone. And it has been an exciting contest, and I'm sure you have made yourself somehow brought yourself on a stage where you can consider yourself an international contestant. So this is an opportunity. You have taken this opportunity and you're blessed to have those skills and you're courageous to participate in today's event. And I wish you all the best to be world champion someday soon as well. So we'll be having a brief introduction from the contestants today. And today's uh, contest, we have a different segment. Before this, contest here used to hold this session. Now we have segregated it differently. We have a different person to conduct this, and I would love to have words with all the contestants. Do we have TM Aliyasha Anjum with us?
Yes, I am
Yes.
here.
TM Aliyasha Anjum, take your time. And let me tell you one thing. You have always taken your time and some portion of others' time as well in your speeches. So this has been a brilliant combination, and I must appreciate you for improvement. Today's in today's speech, you were on a red alert, but you managed completing within time. I hope so, but the timer can decide it if you were in time or not. So, how has this journey been, and how do you feel after participating in this competition?
I must say this is one of the best experiences of my life, and the journey. Yeah, I think today's journey is started from I think the in January when we had the uh, the speech contest of the Karachi Toastmaster Club of the previous year, uh, in which Toastmaster Javed Bhatti won, and coincidentally, that was my second meeting that I had have attended. So I think my journey started from there. Then my mentors, so, uh, Umar Hayat, pushed me me to compete to to to
in the contest. Then TM Imran and DTM Ali to compete in this contest. So I think their motivation helped me a lot to find myself here.
Thank you very much, TM Aliyah Sharanjum, and I wish you all the best for becoming a better human being and a great public speaker as well. Do we have TM Mariam Arif with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi. So you've been a great source of inspiration for so many Toastmasters, and I'm sure for so many people in your community as well. So, what inspires you to be a better human being? And the way you delivered today's speech, I must say, it was with full and complete emotions. So, why don't you let us know how long have you been preparing for such great speeches? And let me tell you one thing. I and TM Latif Mansoor usually discuss the content that you bring in your speeches, and that is always exemplary and like outstanding. So, what is your method for preparing for these speeches, and how do you like bring all that energy in your speeches?
Thank you so much for the appreciation, Toastmaster Amir. So, if I were to be honest with you, so I did not particularly prepare the speech for a speech contest. It was for a project, the usual projects that every member gives. And since I did not have time to prepare a speech from scratch for this event, I had to rely on a speech that I've used before in my projects. This was an old speech that I gave in a combined Toastmasters meeting where we had these four clubs, one from India and one from some other where as well. There were four clubs together. I gave that speech, and then I talked to the contest chair as well, and I did look for suggestions. And so I looked for like what will the judges look for, and this it's the speech structure, it's the content, it's the vocal variety. So I went through my old speeches and I thought that okay, which one is the best suited and which one fits all the boxes and ticks all the boxes that the judges have in their criteria. So I felt this one was the speech because it came straight from my heart. It was a true incident, so that is why. And so I feel that whatever you express in your speech or your views, it should always be straight from your heart. It should be original, and that will have a magical impact on your audience.
Thank you very much. And before you unmute yourself, mute yourself, let me request you for one thing. You have constantly been part of Toastmasters meeting, and I'm sure you join as well. But due to your educational commitments and all that, you have not recently been part of it. So we request you to manage being part of our meetings, regular meetings, and deliver your projects at least once a month, so that most of us can be inspired by such a great speaker as well. And wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Now we have someone, if he gets to know there is a contest that is planned in next month, he would drop everything, his project, his pathway progress and everything. He'll start preparing. Not only he will start preparing for himself, he'll take 5 6 people with him, create a group, and let them all be on one page. So he's a great source of inspiration for so many. TM Latif Mansoor Ali, has been your experience to take part in international speech contest?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Good evening. Thank you, Amir Bilal. This was my first time, and I was prepared for it. Actually, I love this theme of mine which I selected, and of course, there is never an end. There will be contests coming in. This is all about how I can make a better me. I gave my best. Judges' result, of course, matters, and I will be next again, fighting again. Thank you. Over to you.
Wish you all the best. Now, I would like to request Team Naveed Aslam to please unmute himself. TM Naveed this time. Do we have him here? Hello,
Yes.
sir. How are you
Hi.
doing?
Yes, good.
Okay, so he came and he conquered. I mean, there would be very few people with that courage to participate in contest. You have recently participated in one, and you're just in first pathway. So, how has this journey with Toastmaster been, and what is different about the contest that you be the part of?
Thank you very much. First of all, um, my motivation joining Toastmaster was to improve my public speaking skills, which I've been avoiding for so long. And I've completed my second level of pathway in order for me to be eligible for this competition today in while delivering this speech in Doha Toastmasters Club. That makes me eligible to take part in this contest. Hats off to Imran Rana. He pushed me a lot. Last 2 days were terrible in the office. I could not even do any rehearsal of this speech. But since this is the natural one, true story, I have summarized it a lot. There's lot detail. If I want to give this speech for an hour, I can, because there are a lot of items within this story. But since it's come out from heart, and I wanted to see my travel from October 2020 when I gave my icebreaker. This is exactly the same speech as of my icebreaker, but I learned a lot, honestly speaking, from everyone. Everyone has their own style. Everyone has used uh, their best. I learned a lot, and that's something for which I'm here. I've noted down quite a lot of stuff from quite a lot of wonderful speakers, and everyone learns. So I'm also learning. Thanks a lot. Over to you.
Thank you very much. And that flexibility is something that makes man man and down to earth, and he earns a lot of respect and learning as well. So I wish you all the best as well. Now, may I please request Team Javed Bhatti to please come forward and unmute himself.
I'm here.
Hi, you have been champion before as well. So did you really plan to become a champion this time as well, or this was just an idea so you could participate and uh, like have experience?
Uh, well, at first, I didn't plan initially to become a champion. That was purely coincidental and sheer luck amongst all these great speakers. For the first time, and this time, yes, I did prepare. I also blocked my pathway level. But whenever I compete in any contest, especially in the international speech contest, I also mentioned this in my speech that it is not to beat the contestant. Instead, it is to beat my own fears. So I challenge myself. I try to do something new that I have in mind, and I experiment. So I don't know how the results comes out. Sometimes it hits the bullseye, and sometimes it misses. So this is how it is. We learn. I'm also learning. I'm a work in progress.
Absolutely, absolutely. So close, but still so far. And this is what the journey of Toastmaster for every Toastmaster has been. So this is all about our goals and what we do to get to those goals. Thank you very much, TM Javed, and we wish you all the
Thank you,
best.
Ahmed.
Uh, can we please have TM Gulam Kadir?
Assalamu alaikum,
TM Gulam
everyone.
Kadir, thank you. TM Gulam Kadir, before I ask a question from you, let me tell you, you are too innocent. I know if it's only me to absorb or feel that, there must be everybody who feels like he's so innocent. So, TM Gulam
I take this
Kadir,
as a
how has
compliment. Thank you so much.
yes Yes, you should take it as a compliment. This is from bottom of my heart. The way you smile, the way you react and respond to things and questions, you've always been very polite. So this is what I respect and value for. How's been your experience to participate in international speech contest? And have you ever participated in a international speech contest? I don't think so. If yes, please tell us about that experience and this as well.
Well, this was my first experience for the international speech contest, and experience was amazing. The speakers, all the contestants were pretty good, and they, I think so, one of the best speakers I have seen in any of the contests so far. So experience was wonderful. I've learned a lot from all the speakers, and I wish may the best win.
This is so generous, and thank you very much, TM Gulam Qadir. You have graced our meetings so many times, and now you have graced this contest as well. Thank you for participating, and thank you for inspiring everybody in this meeting as well.
So nice of you,
Now,
Toastmaster
may
Amir
I
Murad.
please request
Thank you.
Thank you very much. May I please have TM Hiba Rais Khan?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Thank you. So you've been with Toastmaster for a long, long time, and you've been very generous and very active throughout. You take roles in almost all the meetings, and now you have finally. I mean, you have been actively delivering your projects, but what difference you feel in a contest and in a regular speech? Does this pressurize a contestant, or it's just a normal project that we deliver in a pathway meeting?
Okay, I think the competition is, I don't know, it makes me a bit nervous. Obviously, I'll be honest. Unlike the normal Toastmaster session we have on Zoom or physically, and it makes me nervous. And but the preparation process is the same. What I feel, and preparation process is the same for both the things. In contest it's a bit more, challenging because you have contestants against you, so it becomes a bit tough. uh, that's about it, I think.
Thank you very much. And the best thing
Toastmaster,
about Toastmaster is we do. Yes,
Toastmaster
sir.
Amir. Okay, just a minute. Toastmaster Heba, I want to know what did you have in your breakfast today? Because you were not Toastmaster Heba.
Should I really tell you what did I have in front of an audience of 27 people?
Please go ahead.
No, it was just.
Okay, I had some energy drink to boost myself because I was really, I thought that I should, bring a topic which is close to my heart and deliver a message to the audience, which I felt is true, and show my journey of 3 years and 2 months of being a Toastmaster. That's
Please
all.
have it in every meeting.
Sorry, what?
Please
So
have
thank
that
you.
in every meeting. Over to you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. And I was saying this is what Toastmaster is all about. We do not only compete, we compete in a sense, we help each other win more than we want ourselves to win. So this is what I love about Toastmaster as well. And this is what you must have been cherishing. Can I please now have TM Anam Kadri with us on a virtual mic?
Yes.
So, Tim, Anam, the best thing about you is you have always been part of every contest, and you made sure you win one of those spots. So, what energizes you to compete at a level you can find another target that this is where I have to be now? Over to you.
Thank you so much, TM Amir. Well, I've got a lot of inspirations in KTC, and every time I attend the meeting, I get a new one, a new inspiration, that means. So maybe those inspirations counted a lot, and everyone is putting in so much effort. Every time I attend the KTC meeting, I find something new, I learn something new. In fact, last year, I devoted the entire year just examining the people. And in the way, yes, I competed the contest, but then I examined how Toastmaster Javed did, what he did last year, and how he ended up with the third place in the international competition. I got inspiration from a lot of KTC members, other KTC members, um, GQ and TM Hiba and TM Mariam and many others. I cannot even name them. Maybe those inspirations helped me a lot, that I think I'm today, but I'm still learning and I'm still getting a lot of gathering up the tips from various other contestants. Even I gathered a lot of tips from today's competition.
Thank you very much. You reminded me of something which is really beautiful. In old era, people used to go and sit in the same set, old people to learn something. And a spiritual knowledge and learning used to come, and they used to feel we are growing with all those aspects that would help us in our future. But in modern era, I personally feel, and I'm honest to say that Toastmaster is doing the same thing. We with each other are so sympathetic. We love each other. We respect each other, and we help each other grow, and without anything, without expecting anything in return. So this is exactly the beauty. And wish you all the best, TM Anam, for this contest as well. May I please have TM Kareem Meghani with us? TM Kareem, can you please
Yes, sir.
unmute yourself?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Well done, and mashallah, you did well by starting with the prayer. And somebody has been like suggesting you to join Toastmaster for a long time, and
Yes.
now you joined it a couple of months before. What was there in your mind before about Toastmaster, and how do you feel about it?
Yeah, thank you, Amir. Thank you, TM, and thank you all of you. Basically, it was TM Latif, as you mentioned, that who was behind this motivation. Latif and me go a long way to Saudi Arabia. He used to work in Saudi Arabia. I used to work in Saudi Arabia. We met there, and it's like a 20 years of brother relationship between him. And as this COVID came, we came close to each other, and suddenly, and then he shared me about Toastmasters. Toastmasters, I known because a lot of hotels, because I was been part of hospitality, so I seen Toastmaster clubs been running. Thought to participate in, but never got a chance. Never got. I think not seriously thought about it. But then when Latif talked to me and he said that I said okay, let me manage my time. Sometime with a family and everything, it's really difficult with the work also. That it's really difficult to take out time for yourself. But one thing which Latif told me, and I really and I want to mention TM Tala, TM Imran. These three are the pillars of motivations for us, and I think for a lot of you. And I think the one of the motivations, they said that you will see a new face of yourself, and I think I seen a new face now. I'm really saying that today I didn't prepare for this. This is not the preparation for this speech. I just give a tribute to my father. So that was the brilliant thing about Toastmasters. I'm just sharing my stories, and that's the beauty of this everything. I'm just saying what I remembered of my life, and that's it. And thank you all. Thank you all of you. I am learning. I again start reading these projects, and DTM Tala was saying to me, I was asking that, I'm reading all this communication and mentoring skills and everything. So I'm feeling like I joined a university again. And he said, that means that you are really focusing on all the objectives. So I'm reading it now. So thank you all. It was a wonderful experience.
Thank you very much. And what a beautiful idea. And Toastmaster and all these people remind us to go back and see what was great and what to avoid in future. So wish you all the best as well. Can I please have a frontline soldier with us, if I don't mention the name? Do we have TM Navinta with us? Do we have TM Navinta Karan with us?
Let me add here that not only she is a frontline soldier, but she also contracted COVID-19 along with her mother, and
Absolutely.
she has recovered since long. So
Yes.
she deserves our respect.
Is she here with us in this meeting? Now?
No, she's not.
Okay,
No,
we can have later on. Did I miss anyone? Or all the contestants
I think you have
have?
Master Amir. I think you've done.
So let me give this to you by saying thank you everyone for participating in this contest. You have always made sure that you inspire your audience, and it's Toastmaster has never been about winning or losing. It has been about making yourself a better human being, a better speaker, and a great leader. So I'm pretty much sure that we are all on the same path. We are here to grow, and we would find a place where we really want to be one day. So back to you, contest chair, and thank you for giving me this opportunity, and thank you for making sure that I do join this meeting and be part of that.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Amir Bilal, for conducting such an amazing interview session. Contestants, results are ready and they are with me. And we have so many good people with us. Uh, you want me to announce the result first, or you want me to have some comments from our guests?
Everyone, please, can we see you at least now? Why is everyone behind gray tiles? It feels very strange. So if you can, please turn on your cameras, and not just the contestants, everyone.
So, okay, before okay, now let's have get comments from our guest. We have uh, Faraz Farouk. So could we have your comment? Let us know where you're from, and could we have your brief comments about today's contest?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I saw an invitation by Toastmaster Urusa on a global WhatsApp group, so I decided to join in my first time visiting Pakistan, a Toastmaster club in Pakistan, and I'm glad I made it for your contest today. It was a great experience. I saw some lovely speeches, and I'm just looking forward to seeing how the results turn out. I sincerely hope one of you would go all the way and become the world champion of public speaking. I am from Sri Lanka. I used to live in Bahrain, and I'm a Toastmaster still in both places. Thank you for having me. Back to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Fahaz. Okay, could we have comments from Sabi? There's a guest named Sabi.
Um, it's a very exciting. Is I'm audible?
Yes, you are.
It's very exciting. I only heard, unfortunately, I only heard 4 speeches, but everybody shares their personal stories, and it's always it inspired me to meet new people and learn lot of things from different backgrounds. It's opened up a new horizon. So I really learned a lot. And one thing I want to share that after this session, I feel myself a really confident, and everybody want to share that everybody is so polite, and that things are comes in my mind, and you should be polite and behave like that. So I love especially learn these things from this club. So I'm very thankful from all of you to share their life experience.
Thank you very much, Sabi, and we want you to become the member of our club. If you want to compete, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Excuse me, she is with storytellers.
Come again?
Uh, Future Toastmaster Sabi is already semi part of storytellers.
Yes.
So tread carefully.
Thank you, TM Tala.
We just missed you.
No,
Okay, no worries.
Pilot.
You are always welcome. You are always welcome. Okay, now we have Suguna Ganisa. Sorry if I'm pronouncing you incorrectly. Could we have your comment, please?
It's me, Suguna Ganeshan.
Sorry, Suguna Ganesh. Yes, could we have your comment, please?
Actually, I'm not lucky today.
Over to you.
Actually, Toastmaster Latif asked me to attend this meeting. He reminded me on correct time, but I failed. And no, recently when the contestants were about to share their feedback, I just joined. I'm happy with that. All their from the feedback, I can guess and I can imagine how the contest could have been. So it's my bad luck today. So I couldn't attend them. So I'm very happy from their feedbacks. All the way, I just listened to their feedbacks, how their the way they prepared for the contest and how they felt about, and all those experience they have shared. I was totally mesmerized with there. So that's all the way they inspired me. So that's give me a confidence. I also can be a contestant in the upcoming meetings and all that. So upcoming contest and all that. So that's gave me a confidence from their feedback. If I would have attended that meeting, then I'll be my confident level. I couldn't imagine. So I'm very happy for you all, all the way you spent your time preparing yourself for the contest, and your delivery. Even though I missed, I can feel that how your delivery could be. All the best, all of you. My best wishes. Thank you, Latif, Toastmaster Latif. You have asked me to attend this meeting. So I'm wishing each and every contestants my best wishes for you all. And thank you for the chance.
Thank you so much. Just to note, a recording of this contest will be available on our YouTube channel very soon. Don't
Sure,
forget
sure.
to like
Thank you.
and
Thank you so
subscribe.
much.
And
Yeah.
don't forget to
Yeah.
click the bell icon.
Surely. Mine would be if you share it, mine would be the first one. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all. Thank you, Latif.
See, this is our VP education. Okay, I can see a guest name with Mariam Aftab. Could we have your brief comments because we are running late? Mariam Aftab, could we have your brief comments? Please let us know where you're from. You are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm from Karachi, but right now I'm in Dubai. So I have been participating. I've been conducting these meeting as a guest. I love what the contestants have done today. Their personal experiences, what they have shared their views on. That's a learning. That's a learning for us actually. It's their experience, their learning can be mine. So what they have shared their views on, their pathways, or maybe what they have been through. There's definitely something they have experienced it. So through their experience, we are learning, and the way they have delivering it is really amazing. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mariam Aftab. You can share your stories in your speech if you become our member. So
Definitely.
we would welcome you in our meetings, in our next meetings. So I can see there's a guest named Hassan Ali Thibu. Could we have your comments, please? Toastmaster Hassan Ali Thibu, sorry, guest Hassan Ali Thibu. Please let us know where you're from and how did you come to know about this meeting. I think he's not interested. Okay, so we have Noreen Fatma, the new member of KTC. So how did you find today's contest?
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Contest Chair. Hats off to you for organizing such a wonderful contest. And I can say that it was a whole learned meeting and contest. All the speeches and all the speakers actually came with some thought-provoking ideas, and all speeches were really amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed the whole contest, and I wish all the best to all the contestants. For me, all are winners because they showed audacity and participated in the contest, and it's hats off to them. Thank you, Mr. Contest Chair.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Noreen Fatma. And last, I would request Toastmaster Zishan Khan. Please, could we have your brief comments for today's contest, about today's contest? Toastmaster Zishan. And we really wanted to see you. Please turn on your video too. Okay, I think he is busy. So before announcing the result, I would like to thanks to all the participants, all the contestants. This could only possible with an amazing team efforts. My sincere gratitude to all the contestants, role holders, Toastmaster Faizan, Toastmaster Sashwe, DTM Talha as the team of hosts, Toastmaster Firdaus, Toastmaster Taha, and Toastmaster Sashwe as timers, and Toastmaster Noreen Fatma and Toastmaster Rahma as telecounters. Toastmaster Amir Bilal for conducting such an amazing interview session, Toastmaster Ali Hasnan Babar for opening this beautiful and amazing contest, and especially team of competent judges who worked diligently, and I'm sure they were in big, big, very big trouble. Means they were really confused to give the positions, I can say, because today's contest was extremely, extremely, extremely good. The quality of speeches uh, you can guess it from the comments from guests and all the contestants. So, and I would like to give thanks to our club's Shah Rukh Khan, DTM Shah Rukh Shahnawaz as chief judge. Last but not least, DTM Talha for all his support and guidance for his valuable training session for our contestants. And do you want me to announce the result, or let me thanks to each and every one of you, each and every 40, there were 43 participants. So do you want me to announce the result or?
You forgot to thank the inventor of the internet and the founder of Zoom and the person who invented laptops and the person who invented cameras uh, and above all, the person who founded Toastmasters and the entire board of directors of Toastmasters and all the region advisors and all the 350,000 members that are currently with Toastmasters. So I suggest you go through them first and then we can announce the results.
Then I have to thank my Grammarly for correcting my grammars and for helping me to write down my script. Thank you very much, Grammarly. Okay, so let's announce the viewers' choice results. Third place goes to Toastmaster Ghulam Qadir. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ghulam Qadir. Let me inform you, these are the results from viewers' choice. Second place goes to Toastmaster Anam Qadri. Congratulations, Toastmaster Anam Qadri. Your workable things really works. And the first position goes to our fighter today, Toastmaster Javed Bhatti. Now it's time to me announce the results from judges' ballots. Hold your hearts, hold your breath, and pray for your whatever you can pray for. Start praying because I'm going to announce the most awaited results. Third place winner, the one who believes in faith in humanity, Toastmaster Mariam Arif. Congratulations, Toastmaster Mariam Arif. Where is she? Could we have your very brief comments?
I just want to thank the contest chair for convincing me to participate in this contest because I wasn't at all willing to. So thanks to the contest chair and obviously the audience and the judges for being a part of this and making this contest a possibility. So thank you everyone, and especially Toastmaster Imran and DTN Talha also for guiding me, and thank you everyone for your support and help throughout my journey.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mariam Arif. Now you have to guess. Ding 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 ding.
That's
Second
easy.
place goes to
That's so
Toastmaster
easy.
Anand Kadri. Workable things. Could we have your brief comments, please?
Thank you so much, everyone. I learned a lot from all of you. And thank you so much for your good wishes and for all the guidance that you have provided me with up to now. And thank you, my dear husband. And thank you, TM Imran Rana.
It was must.
Helping me out. Thank you so much.
Now it's time to announce the winner of today's contest. And today's winner is, can anyone guess?
Javed Bhatti.
Once again. Once again.
The fighter.
Okay. Before
rule.
Before announcing the first position, let me announce that there is one-time disqualification. Let me announce it. There is one-time disqualification. Okay. So the champion of today's contest is, he is the fighter, Toastmaster Javed Bhatti. First of all, I want you to do that haka, or what do you say? What do you call it?
Yeah. Well, do you really want me to do it again?
So, do you want to do it haka for us after winning this
Yeah,
contest?
why not? Yeah, thank you so very much, Toastmaster Imran Rana. First of all, I offer a public apology to all the audience members who were listening to my speech today, and that will be listening this speech on YouTube and Facebook and all the digital platforms. That I was too loud, so forgive me for that. I was screaming and doing all kind of crazy stuff. Uh, but about the haka, actually, this is a this is an art form. This is a dance which comes from a tribe that is based in New Zealand, and it is the tribe is called Maori. They are indigenous people of New Zealand, and they do this haka to honor somebody, to intimidate your opponent. This is the dance that they perform before a fight. So I was inspired by New Zealand rugby team a long time ago, and I wanted to do that in my life on a stage. So Toastmasters they offered me this stage today. So and if you are requesting me to do this, let me shut the door, because if my kids they have been doing this haka while I've been practicing for this speech, and before going to sleep, my son recites kalma, but for past few days he says the kalma is kamate kaora. So uh, the whole family has been, influenced by this speech. So do you want me to do it again?
What
Toastmaster
do
Imran?
you say, Anjali?
Well, I would like to dedicate this to you specifically, and I would do the complete haka if you can bear with me.
You have
I would like
on.
the fellow contestant.
Should we join you?
Carite, chiamo. Ah, kamate, kaora, kaora, kamate, kaora, kaora, teneti tengata, huru, nana, niye tanga, tiki, masiki, tera, upane, kupane, titi, tera. Hey. So this is the haka for you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Javed Bhatti. He is the winner of our contest today. We did it past and we did it again. I'm signing off with 2 words. Thank you. Over to you, President.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Imran. That was a really well conducted contest, and I am surprised by all the speeches, never, not to say stunned by the last performance. So, without much left to say, I think we can adjourn the meeting and join next week, same place, same time. Till
Okay,
then,
before adjourning, Toastmaster Saad requested that please jump in for
Sorry,
rules.
Toastmaster Urusa, can I interrupt your adjournment?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
One second.
I have two announcements to make. The first one is that we are going to have a combined meeting with Millennium. Okay. Millennium City Toastmasters Club, India, on January 10th. Everybody is invited to enlist for role players for that combined meeting, number one. And number two, uh, there was one person today who left behind even the contest winner. And that one person has shown us all a supreme example of courage, of determination, and of what a person can achieve if they just believe in themselves. That person has served KTC since that person joined from day one in whatever capacity asked. That person has served the executive committee for 2 years, and
even without being on the executive committee, we cannot imagine a KTC meeting without her. Today, while discussing the performance of that contestant with their mentor, we both agreed to do one thing, and that is only well deserved. Toastmaster Hiba Rais Khan, today you delivered the best speech of your life. And what's more, you delivered a speech that was spectacular in its own right. You pushed yourself to the limits that we had known and no idea existed. And today you proved that you can achieve any greatness and anything just as well as any other contestant. So, in recognition of that, we present to you this certificate. This certificate of extraordinary achievement, and that's a recognition of your contribution to the club. We salute you for your courage, for your grace, your sincerity, and your dignity. Your willingness to face and conquer your demons is an inspiration for all of us. So I hope the entire club joins me in saluting Toastmaster Heba Rais for her contribution and her future. We look forward to seeing more and more of you. Over to you, Madam President.
Let's give her a standing ovation. She deserves.
All right.
And also, I would like to appreciate her mentor. She's not in this meeting right now, but uh, her amazing guidance and hard work was visible for all to see. Toastmaster Shamam Khan, we thank you as well.
With that, I think we can safely adjourn the meeting now. And let's meet next week, same place, same time.
Wait.
Again?
Toastmaster Sad, I request you to play that song which I gave you. And after that, the meeting is adjourned.
Yeah.
If you wanna make your voice heard, if you wanna achieve what you deserve, if you wanna make a mark in this world, Toastmasters will get you there. All you gotta do is dream and dare.
Let's adjourn the meeting.
Yeah, because we can't hear it.
Bye, everyone. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Bye, everyone. Allah Hafiz. Hafiz.
Thanks.
Allah
Happy
Hafiz.
New Year to everyone.